Shark. Time to do a race. So, first off, we've got a couple things. We've got telemetry working today. Turns out I had to re-enable the UDP packets. It was all there, I just had to put on the on switch, apparently. But it's all good to go. I tested it earlier. It is working just fine. So we're going to have all of that working. I got both cameras again because some people like that kind of double thing. Foot pedals as well. And we're going to get started. Before we do the exact race, we're going to quickly do... Let me at least get this synced up to the right kind of song. We're not going to be playing it during the race, but towards the last stage, we'll always have... I'm pretty much always going to have music playing because it makes it 100 times faster and 100 times better. So... That's good. Alright. 7. Okay. First off, we're going to do a quick little warm-up stage because I have not played yet. I've done a little bit of testing to make sure the stream is going to work just fine, but I've not tried it this way yet. I had previously doing a little bit of local testing. Start off with what we're actually going to be doing today, which will be Torino Decenti, afternoon cloudy. I have not seen the road conditions. I hope they're not wet. I haven't practiced it wet. Hopefully that's hopefully it's not a thing. I think it was in the WRC event, which made it a little bit tougher, but survivable. Before we start, I gotta get more water for sure. Although knowing how I generally have to stop and go to the bathroom like every 3 stages because I keep running out of or keep using too much water, may not be. We'll see. I'm actually using a unique setup for this instead of the normal Monte Carlo setup. Actually going something a little bit different because I've found even now that my taste and my wants for the setup is changing, week by week. So
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 60 right 3 over big bump, keep in, left 4, half long, 100, keep left over crest. Caution right 6 long, acute left, 100. Keep left over crest. Into right 6 long, caution 100 down, hairpin right. Left 6 80. Left 6 continues over 100. Right 6 60, crest, caution right 4 tight, left 5, don't cut. Finish.
Not bad. Oh shoot, yeah, you really can't see that dials very well. Let's see if I can fix that. Unfortunately, because you have a vertical setup, it ain't gonna really be able to be swapped too much. I can move it over here, but that's about it, unfortunately. So, apologies if you're used to the background. I don't think most people really were that interested in what the background of the car was, but that should be a little bit better, hopefully. Let's do one more quick stage and see how it lines up. Quick shakedown. Yeah, you will. Put it above. Oh, you can see the dial, you can see everything. Alright. Good.
5, caution 60 right 3 over big bump, keep in, left 4 half long, 100. Keep left over crest. Caution right 6 long, acute left, 100. Keep left over crest. Into right 6 long, caution 100 down, hairpin right. Left 6 80. Left 6 continues over 100. Right 6 60 crest. Caution right 4 tight. Left 5 don't cut. Finish.
There we go. Actually, that would have counted as a crash if that was an actual stage. Because right there is for some strange reason, that little corner right there between the cars that are parked and that and the shakedown stage, that will actually auto-kill your run. That'll be a undercoverable car. Despite it being along the side of the edge and where you would normally just like bounce over it and bounce across due to how this game's physics works, you actually completely fail. So we'll do the full stage and then we're going to start doing the actual run. This is a one last time to make sure we're good as green.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 60 right 3 over big bump, keep in, left 4 half long, 100. Keep left over crest. Caution right 6 long, acute left, 100. right 6 long, caution 100 down, hairpin right, left 6 80, left 6 continues over 100, right 6 60, crest, caution right 4 tight, left 5 don't cut, right 6, and left 3, into right 5 half long, into left 4 long, and right 2 over 80 miles to lay-by times to 1, left 4, into crest, left 3, and left 3 long, 80, right 3 long tight, into left 1 long, into right 4, and left 6, into right 3 times to keep out.
Alright, well, good enough of a run. Just a little bit of a warm up. Besides, the actual on-road conditions for the actual league event is a little bit different than this one, so if you don't do good here, hopefully it won't have an impact on the event. But, you know how that one goes. Okay. Should have the WRC one, the tragic one. Not sure. B.A.S.R. Alright, cool. Oh, I think I got too many events to do. We've got, this is what we're going to do today. This is in a week. We got the Rallye Portugal or Argentina. I think it's Argentina is the next one. Today we've got Rallye de France. Let's load up the right car, and yes, we're doing HRC. Make sure we grab the Lancia Delta S4 and go. So this is actually going to be the last time I drive the Lancia S4 for the season. While it's been a good car, with the option now to actually move and kind of, in a sense, divorce from that car, the Peugeot is just faster. I mean, not just from tuning, but even base. Both of them are, between both of them, stock, Peugeot is just faster in every way. It's much harder to drive, especially on gravel, but you can definitely control it. And if you know what you're doing, you can beat the Lancia every time. And if I max out the Lancia's ability for what I currently have, and the Peugeot, even though I'm still learning with the Peugeot and I'm so sloppy, so crashing, it's just faster. It's non-negotiably faster. It's set in stone. So, anyway. So, in terms of setups, what I've done is made two setups that are kind of similar, but a little different for the actual event. I've got a stage 1, I call it part 1 and part 2, stage 1, stage 2, and then the last event has them switching, which means the actual 7th and 6th and 7th stage are going to be default setups. So for the first one, we're going to be doing this custom setup, which is part 1. Pretty heavy front end because I'm going to be mashing the brakes quite a bit. Oh, front end, let's make sure we get that set back. I bumped it. Front end's pretty strong. I kind of like the bite a little bit more there. Center diff is 50-50. Rear diff is pretty loose. I don't want it. I like to actually have it kind of understeered and oversteered at this point. I'm not sure why, but I feel faster that way. Gears are pretty short because you don't need them that long. This is Monte Carlo. Suspension, relatively soft because I do kind of slide the car a little bit. Dampening is pretty firm. And yeah, that's the setup for the Monte Carlo stages to this. We're going to do a quick shakedown, and then we're going to get started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 5 times to 3, past junction, bump, keep in. Right 1 long, opens 100 over crest. Left 5 long, times to 4, 60. Right 4 long, 130 over crest. Right 5 long, 130 over crest. Left 3 into left 2 long, and left 4. Finish.
Even if we clipped that a little bit there, that's feeling pretty solid. I'm gonna do one more shakedown just to kind of make sure I'm calmed and ready to roll, and then we'll start competing. A little bit close in the wheel, but it's fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 5 times 3 past junction bump, keep in. Right
Right 1 long, opens 100 over crest. Left 5 long, tightens to 460. Right 4 long, 130 over crest. Right 5 long, 130 over crest. Left 3 into left 2 long. And left 4.
Okay, I gotta watch out and slow down a little bit and, of course, remember to breathe. Okay, here we go. First 2 stages. Let's not pop the tire on the first stage this time, hopefully. Now that I say that, I'm gonna do it, but hopefully we're not gonna pop the tire. We're gonna hopefully keep the car on the road together, not crashing off. Good to go. So, let's get started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 5 times 3 past junction, bump, keep in. Right 1 long, opens 100 over crest. Left 5 long, times to 460. Right 4 long, 130 over crest. Right 5 long, 130 over crest. Left 3 into left 2 long. And left 4. Into right 4 long times to 3. Left 660. Right 5 times to 4. And left 5 crest 80. Left 3 half long 100 through tunnel. Right 4 tight over bump. Into right 6, left 6, right 4 tightens immediate hairpin left. Into left 6. Into hairpin right half long. Right 6 over 100. Left 4 60 over crest. Right 5 times to 4 into left 3 opens. Right 5 into caution left 5. Right 1 long, don't cut. Into left 3 long, 160. Right 3 into right 3 over crest, 60. Right 4, 60. Left 1 long. Into right 4 long. Left 5 long. And right 4 long. Into left 660, right 6, towards 10 higher, left 5 long over crest, into left 6 half long, right 5 60, right 6, immediate hairpin left, ice patches from here, into right 6, into left 6 half long, keep mid over crest, 150, hairpin right, 100, left 6 long, keep right over crest, 80, caution right 5 times to 4, left 3 tight over bump, don't cut, finish.
Okay, well, starting at the back again. Yeah, that, I gotta see replay that.
Times 3 past junction, bump, keep in. Left 5 long, tightens to 460. Right 4 long, 130 over crest. Right 5 long, 130 over crest. Left 3 into left 2 long.
What? Did it clip the inside? No, I just clipped the outside of something random. There's some random object that somehow clipped in here on the front of the bumper. See, there's clearly there's a gap here. But that somehow clipped the inside of it? How does that work? I guess I clipped one of those. Maybe the edge of it wasn't clipped close enough, and I clipped that somehow. It's like I hit the inside of it, but I'm clearly across. Like I clearly passed it. But somehow I clipped the inside? was that?
Into right 6, left. Right 460, left. Left 60. Top long. Right 560. Crest 150. Hairpin right. Tighten 4.
Okay. I guess that just happened. Well, looks like we're going to start from the back of the pack. That sucks. Again. I don't know why I keep hitting all these random edges. I mean, last time I popped the tire going to, making a mistake, but that's, yeah, that's not fun. Luckily, oh, they're wet. Oh, man. Oh, even the last one's wet too? Man. Feels bad. Oh, this one's gonna be wet too because it's mist. Alright, well. In case you thought it was too easy, let's do it again, downhill and wet. So that's fun. It's muy bien. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Caution 60, right 3 over big bump, keep in. Left 4, half long, 100. Keep left over crest. Caution right 6 long, keep left, 100. Keep left over crest. Into right 6 long. Caution 100 down, hairpin right. Left 6 80. Left 6 continues over 100. Right 6 60. Crest. Caution right 4 tight. Left 5 don't cut. Right 6 and left 3. Into right 5 half long. Into left 4 long. And right 2 over 80 past lay-by. Tight to right left 4. Left 3 and left 3 long 80, right 3 long tight, into left 1 long, into right 4 and left 6, into right 3 tight 2, keep out, left 5 over crest, into right 360, caution left 6 over 80 tight hairpin left. Right long, into left 4, right 6, 60 crest, left 6, left 4 into tunnel 80, right 3 long, 60 and crest, into right 5, into left 4 long, 60, right 6, into left 3 long, opens and tight, right 4, and right 3 half long, into right 4 120,
gas. The entire time, zero traction on any of the tires. Like 2%, maybe, if that. The entire repair time for this upcoming one is going to be entirely to that radiator. Nothing else but the radiator. So, we're 10 seconds behind the fast guys. If FlexRax crashes again, maybe catch up to him, but I think he's pretty much got it. I'm not sure who this is. Is that... it's not Frito, so... Maybe it's a new competitor. Cool. The more the merrier. You just have to try and not crash. That's going to be tough. At least it's clear. That makes it much, much easier. This is definitely a tough stack. Of course, it's all wet. Why am I not surprised? At least this one's clear. Okay. Radiator. Max. This cannot break. Like the rest of this, I don't care. If this thing breaks, your engine will literally burst. Like, it will fail, guaranteed. So. A little bit on suspension, 2 points. I want to fix the headlights and make sure this is at 100. Okay. Time to load up the next setup. Alright, well I didn't plan for wet. Should have looked. Setup wise, 50-50 rear bias. I might turn that up a little bit in stage 3 of the setup because it's wet, which means we have a lot less grip. So front diff is loose again, strong rear diff, centered. Center diff is centered. Gear is a little bit short. This is like the same-ish setup, but the suspension is much more firm. So we're just gonna try to live through it and hopefully make it to the end. This is the last event with this car, which is kind of unfortunately it's not a real good one. Oh, cool! We get. Oh, it's only 6 stages. It's kind of short. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do Waldo Stieg, Waldab Stieg. We fixed the body a little bit, right? Yeah. All right, good. Should fix most of the issues, including the windshield, which I hate having a broken windshield. So enough dilly-dallying. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 6, 80 through dip. Right 6, into left 4, into right 2 down. Jump maybe past junction. Left 6 through dip, 200. Hairpin left, don't cut. 130. Right 6 half long, 250. Caution braking bumps, acute left, don't cut. Into hairpin right. 100. Right 5 half long, don't cut. Into left 4 long. 100. Caution right 6, into immediate hairpin left, up. Hairpin right. 60. Right 4 times 3 don't cut. And left 2 half long, keep mid, bumps. And left 3 past junction, 3 gates. Right 5 long past junction, press. Left 5. And right 5 through dip, 40, dip, 100, caution braking, turn acute right, don't cut, into turn square left, long, 100, turn right 1, don't cut, 100 past junction, 60, caution left 5 bump, don't cut, be brave. Right 6 past junctions, left 3 long, don't cut, 60 keep right, left 6 don't cut, 80 crest, caution right 3 don't cut, keep in drops outside, 100 through dip, past junction, turn right 5 cut, 60, left 6 continues to 150, crest, 80 past laybys, caution turn right don't cut, immediate left 1 don't cut, 40 past junction. 80, left 4 long. And right 6 times 3 past junction. Opens 100. Left 4 don't cut, keep mid past junction, rocks outside. 60 crest.
Here's my clutch button, by the way. Not bad. Yeah. We're playing that real safe because it's wet conditions. Car is kind of... The car is a little uneasy, almost. How are we doing? Catching up. Ooh, looks like Lexrex might have spinned a little better, been a little slow, so we should be able to catch up on him, hopefully. Maybe, if we're lucky. Timu, again, perfect. We're only 23 seconds off Timu, which is pretty impressive, considering we had that pretty bad crash, and this is like 50% pace, I'd say. Maybe even like... Because 70, as I kind of define it personally, 70 is like my 100. Because, you know, it's just dangerous to push fast. So, you know, that's how it is. Alright. We got this next stage. This is the ninth stage. It's gonna be tough. Should be good though. This one's gonna be dry as well, so we're gonna be pushing fast, pushing hard. We're gonna be going real fast. Like, the only thing we gotta worry about is that downhill area. That's gonna be tough in the dark. But otherwise, like max speed as much as possible. Ready to roll? We're ready to roll. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2. Go. Care turn left 1, don't cut, opens 100. Caution tight chicane, right entry 150. Caution tight chicane, left entry 200. Care turn square right, don't cut, truck on exit. 60 crest, last junction, right 3 don't cut. 100 through dip on past junction, left 5 times 3 don't cut, 60. Right 3 opens long past junction, down, turn square right, don't cut, 80. Left 5 long, don't cut, 150. Caution turn right 2 don't cut, immediate turn left 4 don't cut, 150 past laybys. Continues 100. Into caution turn left 5 back camber, keep mid on exit. Past junction 80, crest, left 4 over crest, don't cut, 80. Right 6 don't cut, 80. Bump dead. Right 3 half long, don't cut past junction. Left 6 past junction, don't cut. And dip. Right 5, 60 past junction, 80, crest. Turn left 2 don't cut. 100. Caution braking turn open hairpin right, don't cut. Turn acute left, don't cut. 150. Crest past junction, left 5. Into right 5 over crest. Into caution left 5 long, braking through gate. Turn right 3 don't cut. And right 5 tights 4 through dip. Into left 4 don't cut, opens long, 80. Caution hairpin left, down. Into acute right, down. Into left 6, 80. Right 6, 80. Care right 4 rocks on exit. Left 5, 100 through dip. Caution braking, open hairpin left. Down, into hairpin right, don't cut, 200. Left 5 over crest, deceptive, 100 down. Caution braking, turn open hairpin right, don't cut, 80. Crest 80, right 6, through dip, 100. Double caution, keep
That was good. That was real good. Could have been a little faster, and that downhill area I was way easy on the brakes, but I want to stay alive, and it's very, very cutthroat. Because if that was a second earlier or later, that could have easily been dead. So, looks like Lexrax might have made a mistake. As long as we keep clean and keep at this pace, we should be able to plot another victory, or maybe even second. I think we got second place in the actual WRC event, but at least in this one, it should be able. At least as it currently is, we still have about 24 hours and 30 minutes until the end of the event. So somebody could beat me, maybe, but we still got 3 stages to do before we can talk about being first. But currently, at the moment, we are in first place in this class, so that's good. Because all the other guys are. This is the actual event or championship. Yeah, these guys are all the class above that are really, really good. He's not. He's the guy that I'm competing against. He did really good today. This guy's in a class above, below, above, I think below, and you know, so on and so forth. Now it's time to repair. Nice. The entire car's fixed. That's gonna be great for the power stage time. Now we're gonna do stage 3, which we're gonna do. I could use a little bit more braking. It would be nice. I'm gonna go a little bit higher in the front bias because I do want a little bit of the nicer. I want a little bit more braking so I can kind of get off the feet. Because in Flugzug, which is the last stage, is real short, but it's got a lot of these tight hairpins and tight corners. That's where this is gonna be really, really nice to have the front bias. So that'll be good there. Gears should be fine. Unfortunately, this is only going to be used on one stage, which will be Verbandsring. The rest of it, 6 and 7, are going to be on the defaults, which I just forgot. Oh well, I guess it'll help here. So, let's go. The one stage setup, unfortunately. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 6, 80, through dip. Turn right 3 half long, don't cut. 60 crest. Caution, turn right 1. Into keep right over crest. Turn left 1, don't cut. Crest. And caution, turn acute right through dip, don't cut. Careful, 4 half long. Immediate turn square left, don't cut. Left 6. And turn right 5, don't cut. 130. Turn hairpin left, don't cut. 60. Crest. Right 1, don't cut. 100 through dip. Keep left over crest past junction 80. Caution right 4 long. Immediate square left, don't cut. Keep in bronze on exit. 80. Turn left 3, 80 past junction 100. Keep left over crest. Right 5 continues for 100. Caution, keep left into turn right 1, don't cut. 60 through dip. Into right 5 long, don't cut. Into turn hairpin left, don't cut. Opens 100. Crest 300 through dip. Care, turn square left, don't cut. Down 80. Turn right 1, don't cut. Narrows into crest. Left 6, 80 dip. Care, turn left 1, 80. Crest. Last junction, crest. And caution deceptive, immediate turn left 1, gate on exit. 100. Right 6, 80. Turn left 1, don't cut. 100 through dip on last junction. Care crest, immediate turn of open pit right, don't cut. 80. Caution left 6 past junction, immediate turn square right, don't cut. Ditch on exit past junctions. Left 6, 80. Turn square right. Turn square left 80 past junctions. Left 4 long, 80. Double caution crest, turn left 6, don't cut, ditch outside. 100. don't cut, keep in, rocks on exit. Up. Right 5 continues for 100. Left 5 continues for 150 over crest. Turn hairpin right hand cut. Into left 5 long. And turn open hairpin left, don't cut. Keep right over crest, 100 through dip, past junction.
Very nice. That was a really good run. A little bit, very, very clean, very, very safe, but I'm okay with that. I really just want to get a run that's together, you know. Crashing is the main thing that's going to kill your run. In the beginning, that's what, again, killed it, right? That spins just totally wrecked me. But keep it clean, though. We're going to be able to keep up with these guys. Everybody up here, top 6 is all, except for me, is going to be in the super class, which is technically above me. So, seems like everybody else had either slower pace or were crashing a little bit, which it's natural. It's very, very slippery. It's very dangerous. And that's kind of par for the course for Group B, at least. Group B is very, very cutthroat. You know, usually it's in the other cars like Group A. 90s cars was Group A. Even 1970s a little bit. 1970s can be a little bit kind of mean to you, but these are cutthroat. If you give these any room, they will spin out on you. Although the rear-wheel drives are even worse. Those are, that's like the hard mode of hard mode. You know, it's extreme. But this is the default setup for the Lancia Delta S4 on approach to Col de Turin Monte. Definitely how you pronounce it, but whatever. Uphill this time. Let's not clip the corner again. Let's not popping the tires. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 5 times 3 past junction, bump, keep in. Right 1 long, opens 100 over crest. Left 5 long times to 460. Right 4 long, 130 over crest. Right 5 long, 130 over crest. Left 3 into left 2 long. And left 4. Into right 4 long times 3. Left 660. Right 5 times 4. And left 5 crest 80. Left 3 half long 100 through tunnel. Right 4 tight over bump. Into right 6, left 6, right 4 tightens, immediate hairpin left. Into left 6. Into hairpin right half long. Right 6, 100. Left 4, 60 over crest. Right 5 times 4, into left 3 opens. Right 5, into caution, left 5, right 1 long, don't cut. Into left 3 long, 100, 60. Right 3, into right 3 over crest, 60. Right 4, 60. Left 1 long. Into right 4 long. Left 5 long. And right 4 long. Into left 6, 60. Right 6. Left 5 long over crest. Into left 6 half long. Right 5, 60. Right 6, immediate hairpin left. Ice patches from here. Into right 6. Into left 6 half long, keep mid over crest, 150. Hairpin right. 100. Towards the center screen now. Left 6 long, keep right over crest. 80. Caution right 5 times to 4. Left 3 tight over bump, don't cut. Finish.
Almost. I don't know. Sometimes at uphill and downhill areas, I miss the shadows on those and just miss the breaking point. Luckily, because we were doing pretty good, we have a pretty clean stage time, so we shouldn't have missed too much time, hopefully. Then again, sometimes those previous best times are a little bit slow, but we have a pretty safe lead between anybody else in the pro class currently, of course. Everything is subject to change as the times come in, but hopefully, right now we're doing pretty good. We're obviously a little bit slower. We did crash quite a bit. Had some stops in there, and their pace, of course. These guys are extremely good, especially him. I think he's the Doctor. His nickname really good. Although this guy being on crest, muy bien. Muy bien. Should get some good points in for the season. And now we got the power stage, which originally I was going to put on music. I kind of think I need to focus a lot more than normal. When it's Finland, I can just sort of speed and let the car drive itself and just kind of become one with the car. But this, you got to focus hard. You cannot, you can't synergize as well. You really have to put 110% of focus in. So no music today. I don't think anybody wanted it, but for those who did, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 80k crest, turn square left, don't cut. 200 through dip. Turn hairpin right, don't cut. 350 over small crests. Caution, turn left 2 over crest, don't cut. Into turn square left. 400. Left 6 long through dip. Caution right 5 long, immediate turn square left, don't cut. And turn square left, don't cut. 80. Pass junction. 300. Care, keep left over small crest. Turn left 4 and turn acute right, don't cut. Turn square left, don't cut. Into turn hairpin right, don't cut. Into turn square right, tightens. Into square left. Into turn left 5, opens 100 through dip. Pass junction, 100. Caution, keep right over crest, immediate turn square left. Into turn square left, 100 crest, turn hairpin right, don't cut, 100, turn hairpin left up, 80, crest past junction, 100, past junctions, care jump maybe, left 6, and right 5 through dip. Keep left over small crest, 80. Turn right 4, and turn left 4, don't cut. 80. Double caution right 5. Immediate turn left 3, over bump deceptive. And turn right hairpin left, don't cut. 200. Crest, 80. Caution turn right 4. Immediate turn acute right, don't cut. 100. Keep left over crest, 100. Bada boom, we're done here. And that's the end of Rallye de France. Didn't beat the stage time, that's okay.
Turn hairpin right, no cut. Into turn square left. Keep right. Care, keep left over small crest, turn left 4, and past junction, 100. Caution, keep right over crest. Immediate turn square left. Keep left over small crest at 80. Turn right 4 and immediate turn left 3 over bump to set 2. Crest 80. Caution turn right 4. Immediate turn acute. Keep left over crest 100.
Alright. And with that, that is the end of Rallye de France. End of this car as well, so it served me well for the half the season I've had it. And it's time to move on to the next car, which will be the Peugeot 205 T16. But before we do that, we got, first off, muy bien. You're a little bit slower than these guys. Surprisingly, Mika icy crash or something. Did the main guy already... looks like Alex Everett has not done his time yet. He might be able to beat Mick Staunen, but these two guys, crazy pace, man. Crazy. They pushed hard, and they got it, man. Good for them. Looks like... Oh, man. Oh, well. People make crash and stuff. It's not a big deal. Penko did pretty good for the amateur class. He did really, really good. I don't think anybody's close to him right now. So, at least so far. Fortunately, Frito back at the bottom, man. He tries really hard. He drives a lot, but just does not. I think he doesn't have dirt rally. I think there's a lot of that iRacing stuff, and it's dirt rally is not a simulator. It's definitely more of an arcade-like experience coming from Richard Burns Rally back to this now. This is much easier time, and if you try and drive it like it's iRacing, you're gonna drive too slowly in terms of pace, as I've found. So, with that said, thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm done. I'm free. It did good. It was a good race, good event. Next week is going to be, I think, Argentina, which is, it's going to be Wales. So it's going to be very slippery, kind of like, similar to that, but all heavy gravel, very slippery, very cutthroat. It's very intense. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then after that we have, I think it is, then we have the actual Greece, which is, well, it's Greece. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me load up the outro music, and we're going to call it a day. Por un momento. And we're going to go here, and bada boom. Adios.